Hey, this is Matt 1140. These are the week 2 notes. This is page 5. We are going to talk about adding and subtracting fractions and by extension mixed numbers. Now, quick explanation of why we add the way we do. So imagine I have 2 cakes and I cut one cake into 2 pieces. So I've got 2 equal size halves. I cut the other into 4 pieces. I take a slice of the cake that was cut into 2 pieces and give you a slice of the cake that was cut into 4 pieces. My piece is obviously bigger than yours, and if you really like cake, you're going to be unhappy. Okay, so before we can do anything with our fractions, before we can add or subtract, we have to make sure they're the same size pieces. As long as we have the same size pieces, we can take a look at this top example. If the denominator is the same, we can just add the numerators. So I've got a whole here cut into 5 pieces. So this is 1/5. And each of these are 1/5. I've got one piece of size 1/5, 3 more pieces of size 1/5. Again, the numerator counts how many fifths we have. So if I have 1 here on the left and 3 or more on the right, I have got 4 pieces of size 1/5. Remember, the denominator tells us the size. The numerator tells us how many pieces we have of that size. So let's think about what has to happen if the denominators are not the same. I can't add these together because I have to have pieces that are the same size. And here is what happens. If I've got my top hole is cut into halves, 2 pieces. My bottom hole is cut into thirds, 3 pieces. If I want pieces that are the same size, then I am going to take, let's see if I can make this just a little bigger, my thirds and cut each of those into halves. And I'm going to take my halves and cut each of those into thirds. Okay. Now, if we look, we have the same number of pieces. And this is what we're doing when we get a common denominator. So if I want to add 1/2 plus 1/3, I cut my halves into 3 pieces. Now, I'm going to do that down here. And I cut my thirds into 2 pieces. Remember, it's not only the total that gets cut, but also the piece we're talking about. So 3/6 plus 2/6. If I even shade up here, I've got 1, 2, 3/6. There's my 1/2. Plus 2 more 6, I end up with 5/6. Again, we are counting pieces of size 1/6. So what about this next one? 2/3 minus 1/2. Again, I'm taking my thirds, cutting those in half. So I have 6 pieces. I'm taking my halves, cutting those in thirds. We get 4/6 minus 3/6. I will be left with 1/6. Last one, let me change color just so we can differentiate here. 2/3 plus 1/2. Same thing. I want a denominator of 6. I get 4/6 plus 3/6, which is 7/6. Again, we know 6 makes 1 whole, and I'm left with 1 more sixth. So we can apply this if we're adding mixed numbers as well. Add the whole number parts together, then add the fraction parts together. 2 and 1/3, we'll use the same one. 5 and 1/2. In order to be able to add the fraction parts together, again, I got to get that common denominator. I get 2 and 2/6, 5 and 3/6. I'm going to add the fraction parts together and the whole number parts together. And just like above, if I end up with a mixed number, I'm going to add the whole number part of the mixed number to the whole number part I have down here. So I guess, let's see, 1/2 plus 1/3, we'll call this A. 2/3 minus 1/2, B. And 2/3 plus 1/2 is C. Please reach out if you have any other questions.